Hey there, in this video I'm going to show you how to do a proper Instagram crop for vertical photos, also known as portrait orientation photos, and how to fill in that gap so you don't have any cropping when you upload a photo to Instagram. So this image is basically uncropped and has the original aspect ratio that my camera sensor has, which is a 2:3 aspect ratio. All that means is that let's pick any unit of measurement. Doesn't matter if it's an inch, a centimeter, a foot, it doesn't matter. Whatever the unit is that you pick, this image would be 2 units wide and 3 units tall. That's how aspect ratios work. It's simply a number that can be applied to any type of measurement, but it's a 2-number set. So this is a 2:3 photo. If I flipped it on its side, it would be a 3:2 image. Other popular aspect ratios are 4:5, 5:7, and of course 16:9 for widescreen video. So when you upload a photo to Instagram that's a vertical photo, it's going to crop it to a 4:5 aspect ratio. Why? I have no idea. It's very strange and annoying. Maybe one day they'll fix that, because remember when it used to be all squares? That was a 1:1 ratio, by the way. I'm going to show you how to prepare your photos for that upload, but also to make an action out of it so you don't have to do this ever again and save you a lot of time. So here's my image. Let's open up our Actions panel, which you can find by going to Windows and Actions. Here it is. You can see right here I've got my IG fill action. That's the one I already made. Let's make a brand new one by clicking this plus button. Let's name it IG fill and click enter. Now once you hit enter, which is actually the record button, you are recording. So any step you do right now, whether you paint or crop or make a new layer, anything, it's going to be recorded into this action until we hit stop, which will then finalize the action. So be careful what you do, because it's all being recorded. So the first thing we want to do is we want to crop our photo to a 4:5 ratio. Just hit the letter C on your keyboard. We have our crop tool here. Click on this drop down and select the 4:5, which is the same as 8:10, right? Multiply by 2, you have an 8:10. So click on that option. Let's grab the top handle of this crop and scoot it all the way up, and it should snap onto the corner. If you don't, you need to go to View and check Snap. And then do the opposite by grabbing the bottom center handle and dragging it straight down until it snaps onto the bottom border of your original image. I'm going to press enter on your keyboard and we're done cropping. Now we need to make the background filled, because we don't want it to be, black, white, or transparent. Unless you want white, you can do that. But I'm going to go with this dark blurred background because I like how that looks. So since we only have one layer, it's automatically selected. Let's press Ctrl J to duplicate the layer, or Command J on Mac. Click on the bottom layer, press the letter V to get your Move/Transform tool. Make sure this is checked up here, Show Transform Controls. That means that whenever you have your Move tool selected and a layer selected, it's going to have these little bounding boxes around the edge, which will allow you to much more easily transform and manipulate your image. So I see it because I have it checked. I'm going to grab this right handle, drag it to the edge of the image and a little bit past, and then before you hit enter, you don't want to finalize it yet. We're going to do the same on the other side. Grab the left center handle, drag it to the edge and a little bit past, and then hit enter. We're done transforming, and 2 more steps and then we're done. Go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Put in a number high enough to where the background layer is pretty blurred and doesn't have a lot of detail, because we don't want it to distract from the main image. So I think anything above 20 or 30 is pretty good. I'm going to do 35. I'm going to click OK. Last step, I'm going to darken this blurred layer by pressing Ctrl M or Command M on Mac. This is the curves adjustment. And make a center point right in the middle just by clicking on that line and drag it straight down about halfway. Maybe up a little bit. There we go, that's nice. Click OK, and we are done. Now we need to tell Photoshop we're done by clicking on the stop button right there, and voila, it's no longer recording. We have our IG fill action. Let's open another image and test it out and make sure we did it right. Okay, I have another image open here, and I just realized I misspelled IG as IF. There we go, fix that. Now to play your action, simply have it selected or highlighted and click on the play button. And you'll see it do all the steps we just did automatically, saving you time. And it does it, of course, exactly how you did it before. So if it's something that's very detailed and precise, you don't need to worry about it, because it's going to replay everything you just did. And here we go. We have the background image that's enlarged, blurred, and darkened. We have the top layer that is not, altered or anything. And the image has been cropped outwards to an 8:10 or 4:5 ratio. So when you post this to Instagram, there will be nothing cut off on the top or bottom. You won't have to do any kind of cropping or picking and choosing what you want in the photo. Now let's say you don't want the blurred dark background. You can do other things. You can just re-record your action and add a new layer, G for paint, make your foreground white and paint white. or you can Control I and make it black or paint a black color. It's really up to you, of course, and how it makes your image look. So I hope you learned something from that. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so I know you guys like my content, and I always love to hear back from you guys in the comments. Thanks for watching.